Morning. I'm having a bit of a slow start. I've been up a while. I didn't sleep very well last night. Sorry for all the traffic noise. I'm just walking up to the butcher's to order my meat for Christmas. It is Wednesday the 4th of December. It's about 10:30. And we're just going to have a little wander up to the butcher's and see what we can see, and I might pop into Aldi. It's quite a foggy morning. Quite cold actually compared to what it has been. Don't know what the current temperature is, probably about 1 or 2 degrees. It does look like the sun might push through, but yes, quite a lot of people have got Christmas lights up, but they're not switched on at the moment, so perhaps one day when I'm not working and it's kind of like just getting dark, I'll have a little tour of the Christmas lights. Really pleased, that's my meat ordered. I've gone for a nice big rolled ribber beef and big gammon for Boxing Day and some sausage meat to make sausage rolls. The guys, because I took my order from last year, the guy said, "Oh, you're earlier than you were last year." I said, "I meant to come even earlier." It's amazing how time runs away with you, but I'm just stood, I'm hopeless at this, I'm just stood behind Subway, and you know, I've never ever, I don't think, had a Subway in my life. As you saw, I popped into Aldi, showed you some of the Christmas things. Got the Book of Dreams here, we'll look through another day. But I just bought some apples, a couple of yogurts, and I bought these to start feeding the birds again. $4.99 for, it says there were 48 pieces, but it looks like there's only 24, but we'll see. Nice to sit down with a coffee. I am glad that my Christmas meat is ordered. That's a weight off my mind, because they do close their order books quite early. Although, as I said, the chap said that I was earlier than I was last year. I don't know what date I made. I was 900 and something last year in the list, but I'm earlier this year. I must make sure I haven't lost it, actually. The slip of paper he's just given me. But he says, "I hate Christmas." Reminded me of Tony Hancock. "I hate Christmas, bar humbug." We know somebody else who hates Christmas, don't we? Scrooge. I'm quite disappointed. I should have pulled my finger out earlier. Rugby Theatre, which is an amateur theatre, are doing a production of A Christmas Carol. And school are running a trip because it's a year 10 set text for GCSE literature, which they take next summer when they're in year 10. And I did say, "Oh, if you need anybody to come, I'll come," but it fell on deaf ears, and it is sold out now. And one of my colleagues who works at the school, her daughter has got quite a big part in it, and her son's in it as well, I think. I'm not quite sure what part her son is playing. And my friend did say, "Oh, I have got a ticket you could have, but it's Saturday the 14th of December, which is when we've got our Christmas show and tell for theatre train, so I wouldn't really be able to go anyway. It also struck me that when I did my first episode of Vlogmas, I reflected on November but didn't really set goals for December, and I'm not going to set myself too many goals. I'm only going to set 2, and they're kind of, I don't know, a bit half-hearted, a bit vague, a bit wishy-washy. One is to try not to stress. I've just thought of another one actually that I might add. Yeah, one is to try not to stress, try not to get too uptight and worried about Christmas. The other one is to try not to spend too much money at Christmas. Now, I am dreadful at Christmas because I see things I like that I think, oh, somebody'd like that, and I buy it, and then I don't give it to them, and I keep it for myself. So I end up buying loads of stuff for myself at Christmas, which is really, really naughty, isn't it? Yeah, and the other one that I just thought of that I'm going to try and do is try and find a little bit of time each day to pamper myself with my Marks and Spencer's Beauty Advent. I've just sprayed on some of this perfume. I did say in episode 1 that I didn't like it. It wasn't me, but actually after the first initial 20 minutes or so, it softens really nicely. It's obviously not a high-end perfume. It's, you know, an eau de toilette. It's not even a cologne. And it's got that kind of quite astringent odour at the moment, but it just softened to a really nice vanilla scent, and I do like the smell of vanilla. And you'll also notice that I have painted my nails with the nails ink, which was day 2. Perfume was day 1, and the nail varnish was day 2. So I've done 2 coats of the red. I'm hopeless at painting my nails and these splodges. So I did 2 coats of the red, and then I've put a coat of the Essie top coat on it just to give it a bit more gloss and hopefully a bit more durability. But we'll see how long that lasts. Anyway, what can I talk to you about today? I'm going to put my glasses on because I can't see you. My coffee's gone cold quite quickly, actually. I hope Barry is looking after you. Now, let's talk about Barry. He's stressed this year because his little son Bart, who is coming up for 3 now, I want to say, he's 2 or 3, is in Poland. And it's not Bart. Bart was the bloke he had a thing with in the broom cupboard. Yeah. His little son, whose name escapes me, is 2 or 3 this Christmas and is in Poland with his mum and dad, Beryl. And he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to spend for him for Christmas. Now, in his first Christmas, he spent a load of money on something that he wanted for himself, a bit like me with what I've just said. So if you've got any ideas about what Barry should buy for his son this Christmas that he's going to have to post because Barry can't afford to go to Poland, leave a comment for me down below. But yeah, I hope Barry's looking after you. On the menu today, we've got mince pies with a little bit of clotted cream, warm mince pie with proper short crust pastry, and we've got gingerbread lattes on the menu. So if you think you'd like one of those, do give Barry your order. Now, talking of orders, I'm going to come on to the advent calendar in a minute. Talking of orders, I had a bit of an oops moment, and I've had another oops moment actually, but I wanted something. Yes, I needed something. I needed some clear ultra thick embossing powder for a project I'm going to do with you. I'm going to do a tutorial. It's probably going to be in the new year now, and it's a technique that I've recently used for a magazine commission. In fact, it's for the Paper Craft Society box that's coming out in February, and I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I tried this technique with just fine clear embossing powder and it was nice, but I didn't have any ultra thick. So I've bought this and it wasn't cheap, but I'm hoping it's going to last me a while. And I'm hoping it's going to enable me to make some things that are home decor-ish that I can sell in my Ko-fi shop, which I'm going to launch in January. So yes, I went to Budley Crafts because they had it. And then, you know, there's been the Tim Holtz Christmas release, hasn't there? So there's the thing for Budley Crafts. If you don't know them, I'm not sponsored or anything. This is stuff I've all bought with my own money. They are quite amazing surprising actually. They do loads and loads of different crafts. I'm just looking here. They've got felting stuff, you know, for wool felting. They've got Posca marker pens. They've got embroidery threads. They've got acrylic paints and varnish. It's not just paper crafting stuff. And they're a big stockist of penny black. I tend not to use penny black stamps because they're not, they don't have an angel policy. Or they do, but it's a very limited angel policy. You can only make something like 10 items from each stamp a year. So I avoid them. But yeah, Tim Holtz, who does have a really good angel policy, I bought some things. So I bought these mini stencils. I thought that Christmas tree, sorry you're getting reflection. I thought that Christmas tree was lovely. And the others are useful. You've got the holly, probably wouldn't use that as much, but the middle one doesn't even have to be Christmas. But I loved the Christmas tree for a statement thing in itself. Just using ink, never mind texture paste. I thought that was lovely. Then I've got some Christmas collage paper, Christmas 2024. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 designs. I think you get 2 of each. It's such a shame they don't do the big rolls anymore, but that one's nice. You can kind of chop into it. Yeah. Then I got some of the ephemera. I'm just a sucker because I don't want to miss out. And it's like 2024. It could be different next year. So I need to start using these. So this is just the ephemera pack, 140 pieces. It's not like I'm even making a lot of Christmas projects, but some of these you can maybe, you know, use for other things as well. Then there's this layers Christmas Emporium. There's 84 pieces. I'll show you that. There's a lot going on there. So journaling cards. These would be quite nice if you're doing happy mail for people at Christmas. I'm sorry, I won't be doing happy mail, but I might. I'm putting myself under pressure already. I might do some cards. Do you know what I might do, actually, is forego doing cards this year and do them all next year. Do them early in the year. I was going to make some Christmas cards from cards that people have sent me. Sorry, I'm looking at that. A notification's just come up on my phone. Now, this is lovely as well. This is baseboards and transparencies. So if you're doing models and things, I mean, I don't know whether I'll even actually use them, but yeah, there's things that I can do. Can you see there's like the shop fronts? And there's things there that are really useful. It's the happiest season of all. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So yeah, I've got to find somewhere to put these. Then I've got the collage strips, large collage strips. And then finally, that Christmas tree stencil that I liked, I bought the big version of it. So that would go nicely on a 5x8 card as the main focal image. You could draw a little trunk on if you wanted. So that was an oops moment. I have got another oops moment arriving from Art from the Heart. Now, what made me go on Art from the Heart? I can't even remember. I think I had an email notification that they'd got a Black Friday sale. So I thought, oh, let's go and see what Tim Holtz stuff there was. And actually, if I'd had more disposable income, there were some amazing bargains on his stamp sets. Because as we know, his stamp sets range from $29.99 to $25.99 normal price. And, you know, they were a good half price. So, yes, there's some Tim Holtz stuff coming. Some of it mixed media stuff. Which I want to get more into. Now, I've been on an absolute age already. Let's open today's advents. So, yesterday was the 3rd of December and I uploaded what I filmed on the 1st and 2nd because it took ages to export. There was something wrong with my software and it just took all day. So yeah, it went up later than I wanted it to. So yeah, I'm going to open the 3rd of December and the 4th of December and then I'm going to read you a little Christmas extract. This is a cute one. It's almost like a little suitcase, isn't it? I might keep this box to see how I could make it into a case with a carrying handle curved. It looks like they've scored like every 1/8 of an inch or something to get that curve there. So I shall keep this as a template, maybe. I don't want to spoil the box, that's the thing. Oh, looks like some kind of cream. Oh, brilliant. I love this. I've used this when I've had the summer beauty boxes. So it's a hair product, elasticizer, deep conditioning treatment, adds, can't even say the word, elasticity and bounce, Philip Kingsley. I don't know what the price of that would be, but I'm liking it. Then number 4. It's my big sister's birthday today, the 4th of December. Don't tell anybody, she's 70. I think my dad can't believe he's got a 70-year-old child. He was 18 when she was born. Oh, this looks nice. Okay, so this is a little day cream. Glow, fresh elements, light it up, protecting day cream with an SPF of 25. Let's have a look and see what this smells like. It smells a bit meh, actually. Yes, actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you something about my Olive and Joyce. I was clearing a load of junk emails at 2:30 this morning because I couldn't sleep. And I went into my, it was either promotions or updates, probably updates. And bear with. I had some really nice emails from Olive and Joyce, and of course I can't find them now. Okay, so they have a points system. It says, thank you for your purchase. I've had another email. I can't find it now. I'll do it another day. But what I wanted to say about them was, obviously I haven't used the products yet and I don't know what they're going to be like. I mean, I hope that they're going to be lovely. They smell lovely. I noticed that there was some really good instructions emailed to me about how to care for the products so that they last for a long time, because they're natural ingredients. They're not mass produced in a huge factory. And how to get the most out of the product for your skin. There's also a what do you call it? I can't get my words out. There's also a thing where you can send back your empty jars and bottles and they will give you a voucher off, and they recycle and reuse those jars and bottles in their what's it. Anyway, I've witted on enough. If anybody's still here, I'm going to read to you now. So I'm going to read a couple of extracts from The Growing Pains of Adrian Mole by Sue Townsend, who is a great, I've got all these blooming WhatsApp from work coming up on my phone. Sue Townsend, and that was an absolutely great authoress, wasn't she? So I'm reading from Wednesday, December the 15th, and we'll see how far we want to go. Wednesday, December 15th, we put the Christmas tree up tonight. It had gone a bit rusty, but I tied tinsel round the worst bits. My mother insisted on hanging up the decorations I made when I was a little kid. She said they had sentimental value for her. It looked okay when all the flashy balls and bad taste angels were hung on it. I picked Rosie up and showed her the finished tree, but I can't say she was overjoyed. In fact, she just yawned. The dog, on the other hand, had one of its mad fits and had to be restrained with a rolled up guardian. Bought the Thursday, December 16th, bought a pack of cheap Christmas cards from Cherries, that's his corner shop, but didn't write in them. I will wait and see who sends me one first. Friday, December 17th. The school's internal Christmas post service is as bad as the GPO's, that's General Post Office, which is now Royal Mail. I posted Pandora a card before assembly, but she still hadn't had it by the end of the first lesson. I will find out which first years were on elf duty today and severely rebuke them. Saturday, December 18th. Courtney has made £150 in tips from his post round. That's a lot of money when this was written. He is spending it on a weekend in Venice. He says that Christmas in Venice is an experience that everyone should have at least once in their lives. I wish I could have that experience. Courtney said the English canals are not a patch on Venetian ones. The last little bit I'm going to read for today. Sunday, December 19th. Today, Rosie Germaine Mole smiled for the first time. The recipient of the smile was the dog. My father rang to ask what we are doing for Christmas. My mother said, the usual seasonal things, George, eating turkey, getting junk, buying replacement bulbs for the fairy lights. My father said, Mother and me will be having a quiet time on our own, alone, just the two of us, away from our nearest and dearest. My mother said, sounds divine. Well, I must dash. A crowd of pre-Christmas revellers have just turned up with the champagne. This was a complete and utter lie. It was only me coming into the room with a cup of cocoa. I loved the diaries of Adrian Mole, and there's quite a lot of them. There's quite a lot of them, and it was so sad when she died, Sue Townsend. She kept writing, even though at the end of her life she was virtually blind. But come back for the next Vlogmas to see what the next extract of The Growing Pains of Adrian Mole is going to be. If you've enjoyed today, please do give a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you to subscribe to my channel. I'm so close to 1,800 subscribers now. It'd be lovely if I got there before Christmas. But, you know, I'm not about the numbers. I'm about sharing a bit of madness with you. Whatever you're doing for the rest of your day, do take care, and I'll be back soon.